ring light too.
Do you?
Yeah, let me see. Maybe it's
Brighten
too cool.
brighten that ring light up. I also am sitting. Well, are you sitting in front of a window? You are, because I remember that room. That room is in front of a
Yeah,
window.
whatever. Whatever, it's fine.
You look good. It's all good.
You look
You're
good. Your hair looks
Slava.
amazing.
Thank you. It's the light. It's the lighting,
Shut
because
up.
otherwise I look like shit.
I know. Well, at least you can't see my gray hairs today.
You can see mine.
Mine are so bad. I have a hair appointment next week, thank goodness.
Do you?
But that's getting
Okay.
expensive too. Like everything's going up in price. It's ridiculous.
Oh my God, I know.
It's
Hair
stupid.
salons are really expensive, but my girl is worth it, so I am not
Oh, I
complaining.
know. Trust me, mine's worth it too. She's amazing, but it's just like ugh. My massage
Yeah.
therapist just jumped her prices up too, and she's worth it. But I'm like, I can't do all this stuff monthly.
You're like, maybe every other month now I
Yeah,
have
I'm
to
gonna
do
have to start
it.
like spreading it
We'll get
out.
there. Yep. We'll get there. Well, cool. All right. Well, shall we get started?
Let's go.
All right. Hey,
Let's
everyone.
go.
Welcome to Real Estate Moms Unscripted. I'm Dawn Garrison coming to you from sunny Brevard, Florida. And we have Sarah.
I am
Where are you
Sarah
from, Sarah?
Hoper, upstate New York, covered in snow. But you know what? We are loving it. Snowboarding, snowshoeing, building snowmans. It's awesome. We love it.
Yeah.
So,
Us Florida people don't know what snow is, so you might have to explain that to
oh,
us.
trust me, I'll come for sunshine in a little bit. I'm gonna be coming to visit you. I need some
Oh,
sun too.
oh, good. Well,
So,
we've got a packed episode today because I did give you a little fun script. We've got some funny memes, crazy listing, upcoming events, and a little pickleball surprise. So grab your coffee, whatever's going to keep you going. We are going to
yes.
dive in deep today.
Yes, let's go. It's been a minute, you know? Geez, we went
Okay.
through all the holidays and freaking New Year's, and wow, what a
Yeah.
freaking crazy last couple months.
Yep, crazy. I have a meme. Oh, so we're gonna start off with some humor today because I need it. I've been
Okay.
freaking
Yeah.
stressed as hell. So I have this meme. Let me pull it up. I got to remember how to share my screen. Mm-hmm. Number one. All right. Can you see this?
And it's gone. That that is like if anything is more true in this entire episode, it's that. Like what
Right.
are we doing? I don't care if people say the market's slowed down. It has not.
It's not.
The
No.
houses are still moving. Houses are still going crazy. And if you think too long about it, it's out of there.
What's that saying? If you
It
love it, put a key in it or put a ring on it.
put an offer in.
Put an offer in. Hell yeah.
And that's the thing. Like, I don't know if this is whatever, but I'm just going to jump in real quick and be like, houses are still moving. And we like try to drill this into people. But like, if your house is overpriced, that's the only reason your house is sitting. Like, well, not the only reason, three reasons. And I just posted something about this on my website today, but it's either if your house is still sitting and not selling, I'm telling you, from if you have your house on the market for more than 3 days and you do not have a showing, it's either priced too high, it's updated, or it needs updating, or it's hidden. People just aren't seeing it out there. And then what are
Right.
you doing about it?
I
Like,
I totally agree with you on that.
and
Well,
if
and that's
price,
what I tell clients too. Like it's three things. It's either your price, it's your marketing, or there's something freaking wrong with the house.
right,
So,
exactly. And because if the house is priced right, they're still getting multiple offers. I mean, I'm still in bidding wars and stuff, but it's just trying to get those sellers to realize that just because it's still a crazy market doesn't mean you can jack your price over market value,
yep.
because buyers are smart. They're not going to be paying crazy amounts anymore. What is this? Offer has been
So,
accepted.
yeah, it gets pretty serious, right? When your offer is accepted, it's pretty freaking serious. And I saw this and it was like, yeah, it's like kind of like dating, right?
It really is. It's like a roller coaster. It's like the anxiousness of like meeting your person, seeing the
Yep.
house, you know, writing up that offer, the suspense. When your offer is accepted, it's like a balloon of excitement. And then then you get nervous with the appraisal and anything else. Like, I
And
don't
there's
know,
times you
like,
have to break up. There's some
correct.
times
Like,
where the transaction it's a breakup.
so why do transactions fall apart? Like, I don't know how it
Hmm.
is in Brevard County, but like here, I have seen more title issues in the
Oh,
last 6 months than I have seen in my entire career of real estate. We're talking like people bought, like did land contracts 20 something years ago. So there was never really
yes,
surveys done or the right
yes.
proper title work done. And so now they turn around to sell it and they're finding out. I literally am in the middle of a deal right now that has a $7,000 lien on this house that was supposedly paid off in 1987, and the person that had the lien on the house has since passed away,
Yeah.
and we're like stuck in limbo trying to figure out how to remove this lien because it was never done right. It was like a land contract or whatever. So,
So I cannot believe you're going through something like that because I literally am going through something like that too.
oh,
This
see, what
this
is
is the
it?
first time I've ever experienced it. It was a land contract that somebody built on and they didn't do the proper paperwork along the lines and you're supposed to wait for something years before you're allowed to sell it. So and I haven't broken the news to my client yet who's under contract. So that's like on my list of things to do today and I'm freaking out.
So
So
what, so are you saying that now the transaction can't happen because of the lien, or does the lien have to be paid off, or how's that?
so I talked, I spent hours on the phone with the lender and the title companies and everything, and we had to get a title policy or title insurance on it, which was one of the most important things we could do. Luckily they're very close to their 4 years, which ends, I think, what are we, January, at the end of February, but this was going to be a quick closing, a 2 week closing, which you probably
Oh,
have never
geez.
heard of.
No, never
And
heard
now it's
of.
going to turn into a 3 week closing. So we have that extra week that I have to tell her we're going to wait for. So luckily we're not in deep like some of these transactions can turn
Right.
into bad, but she is currently living in an Airbnb, so it's not a good situation for her. She's paying to live there, and that's why she wanted a quick closing to try and get this house. She's wants to get in there quick, and that was
Yeah.
the whole reason we put an offer in on this house. And then these kind of things come up during
It's
title.
never, yeah. I mean, until you actually are at that closing table, like you are literally holding your breath on top of like title work or title issues. And like, yeah, that's what we're having to do is title policies. But this one house I've been under contract with since the end of August.
Oh
And then
God.
I'm under contract with another, like, and this is just land that my seller had inherited, but didn't do the proper paperwork. So now we're having to go back and do all this stuff through like an estate. We've been under contract with that one since September. And it's like, for the
Holy
love
moly.
of God, let's just close these, you know. But then
Yeah.
other reasons they fall apart is bank required repairs. Like I feel,
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know what you're dealing with, but I feel like our appraisers right now for our banks, and I would love to get another appraiser on and do a podcast with us.
Yes.
Um, Hi, Chirp. Um,
Hi,
but
baby.
the bank required repairs, even for like a conventional mortgage, I feel like have
Yeah.
been very, very strict and intense. And it's
Oh
like,
God.
it's making
Well,
it very
they're
difficult.
cracking down
They really are.
with these
Yeah.
high interest rates too. They're cracking down. All right, I got something else for you. This is gonna hit hard.
Oh, hell my God. What did I just tell you? I'm going to make sure to pack my computer so I can I can work with you, because I feel like when you go on vacation, that's when business picks up. And I don't know if
Hmm.
it's because you're like mentally wanting to relax or if it really just gets, I mean, I always sell my biggest listings when I'm on vacation. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe it's a sign to go on
Yeah.
vacation more.
It's a sign. Well, and it's funny too because I always ask like, and you probably do the same too, like your family members that you're on vacation with, your kids, your husband, your significant other. Like, am I bothering you while I'm working? Like, and my husband will always say, "No, this is what's paying for the vacation. You go do your thing. We're having a
Just
good
keep
time."
working. I get the
I'm like,
really, you're working
okay.
again. That's what I
Oh,
get.
you're like, do you like going golfing?
Do
Do
you
you
like
like
nice
going on
things?
vacation?
Right. Well, and what I think a lot of people don't realize is being a real estate agent is, or a real estate professional is literally around the clock work. You're working 24/7. And so Ollie is about 2 weeks away from taking his real estate test. So he's getting super excited, but I'm trying to tell him, he's a young professional. He's 18, and I'm trying to tell him, I'm like, your name and what you do in public is your business.
Yep.
Which means you're constantly working your business, whether you're on vacation, whether
Yeah.
you're playing your Fortnite, whatever, like how people perceive you is who you are, whether that's really who you are or not. Like you have
Oh yeah.
to be
That's a good
not
conversation to have
necessarily
with
like,
him.
yeah, and not saying that real estate agents can't have fun, but there's that line that you have to, or that boundary you have to set for yourself to
Right. And
always
how
keep.
everything you post on social media, we did not have to grow up like that as kids. So it's got to be so freaking hard for these kids growing up because everything you post, everything you do. I mean, if I was a teenager and social media was invented, I'd probably be screwed, Sarah, because
Uh,
the shit I
you and
did.
me both. My goodness, I remember having a pager and and coming up with different coded words to,
Sneaky
text
words.
people and like
Yeah.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
So no, I'm
Yeah, it's
very
different. Now
thankful
there's
that,
video surveillance everywhere. So you actually have to be on your best behavior no matter where you are as a
yeah.
kid.
Oh,
And that's
you're being
hard.
constantly recorded, no doubt.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's insane.
All right. Do you want to talk about some crazy listings? I've got this one to show you. Hold on. Um, I think at number 4. Oh, yeah. Have you ever walked into a listing and saw something like this?
Oh my goodness. Is that paint splattered everywhere?
Paint splattered everywhere. And this tends to happen if somebody's like reselling their house and they have tenants who they've pissed off
Yup.
and they're like, all
Or
right, yeah,
an
we're going on the
ex.
market. Yeah. An ex,
Oh,
a divorce
yep.
situation. Oh, yeah.
Someone just wanting to get back at their ex, or
Yeah.
yeah, no, that is
Don't cheat on your spouse,
crazy.
people, because girls turn
This
crazy. Girls go
girl,
crazy.
no kidding. Men get careless and girls go crazy. So yeah, let's just
Yeah.
not even go there. Oh my goodness. Have you ever like walked into a listing presentation and had the seller be like completely like nonchalant, normal, and you walk in and it is a complete disaster?
Ugh.
I I
Or
should
it
send
smells.
you,
It
huh?
or it smells.
It's terrible. I'm gonna pull this up. I don't know if you'll be able to put it on, but I had a listing presentation and we're not gonna say much more about that, but I had walked in um nonchalant and I could not believe what I was walking into. It was the smell, first of all, would have probably knocked you out.
Knock you out.
Animal smell like you would not believe. Um, Multiple animals in the home that I think just did whatever they wanted in the house.
Oh God, that's
Um,
gross. When they're
yeah, it
peeing and pooping on the floor and like
oh so bad.
that is
So
gross.
bad. And then so I had advised my seller, I was like, we need to get this cleaned out before we list it. I could sell it, and she didn't want to. I'm like, I could sell it as is, but if you
Yeah.
spend like 5 grand and clean it out, I could probably get you $25,000 more for your home. So
Oh
that's what
yeah.
we did. We ended up filling 7 dumpsters. I hired somebody. We ended up filling
Seven, seven
seven,
dumpsters. How big was her house? Like how many square footage?
maybe 1,200 square feet.
And she
And
had 7 dumpsters worth of stuff in
Dawn
that house.
downstairs, just downstairs. We didn't even get to upstairs because she ran out of money. So
Oh
the
gosh.
upstairs was still um packed. I'm trying to see where
Ugh.
I it was so bad. Um
All right, while you're looking for this, I'm going to throw this one up here. We sell farmland sometimes up here. And this one says, notice to the property, it is a farm. Farm animals. Animals make funny sounds, smell bad, have sex outside, unless you can, unless you can tolerate noises, odors, and outdoor sex. Don't buy this property next to a farm. So,
I love that, but you know what? That's a freaking great warning. Like,
yeah.
okay, I'm gonna send you.
Send that to me and we'll put it up here.
Okay, let me see.
Yeah, yeah. So some people get offended when they're like driving by farms or you're showing property and they're like, "Ah, there's the animals out there." You're like, It's a
Yeah,
farm. So if you're offended by that kind of stuff, then farm life is not for you.
it's not for you. Yeah. No kidding. Well, and that's the thing is like, even, somebody that buys a house behind a railroad or behind like a racetrack or a train or a railroad track, and then a month later they're texting you complaining that it's too loud for them and
Yeah.
they need to move. It's like, well, what did you expect? Did you not do your own homework knowing where
Yeah.
you were
And that's
going or
huge. That's huge.
right,
That's a
it is
huge thing
huge.
when I'm taking clients out to either like a farm or a property that backs up to a road, I always like open the doors or open the windows. I'm like, okay, is the sound gonna bother you? Because if it is, then this home's not for you, you know?
Right.
And most of the time people are like, oh, this home's so beautiful, but yeah, I think that sound might bother me, or yeah, and sometimes those homes aren't good for resale either. Like if
Right. Right.
if it's a temporary home and you're next to a farm or a road and you're like, I want an investment property, flip it in 2 years and sell it, those are not good homes for resale. They're
Right.
hard
Yeah,
to
you're not
sell.
going to, and it's important that you mention that because,
Oh gosh.
talk. So I want you to look at that one room. That was after, yes. So that is after two dumpsters were filled. And I sent you a picture
Oh,
of the size of the dumpsters, how full they were filling them.
oh my gosh.
Yeah. That was one room, two dumpsters full. I'm telling you, it was over your head. Over your
Holy
head,
cow. Now was it
someone living
like
in this.
like hoarder stuff, like like magazines, that kind of stuff, or was it like things that she bought?
No, it was all sorts of things I think she bought and forgot. Like, um, the guys that were cleaning it out, I'm not gonna lie, they found treasures in there. Like they found things that were valuable, and
Oh,
they're like,
good. Well, I
what
mean,
do you? They're like, what do you want us to do with it? So I reached out to her. She's like, I don't want anything in that house. I just want to be done with it. So
yeah.
they were able to keep some fun stuff, but
It's
it's
honestly like a cleansing process when you do stuff like that.
it
It's
really
stuff that has
is.
been weighing you down and you're just like, I don't want it.
Right. And the thing is, I use this house as an example a lot because this was I tend to run into these a lot for some reason. I think I got like a logo on my head that says, if you
Will help
need
hoarders sell.
but like real estate agents is so much more than just helping you buy or sell a house. Like
Yeah.
I had to manage. I mean, my seller lived 2 hours away, so I literally managed the cleanup, managed the
Yep.
dumpster people, managed all the stuff, plus the showings. When the weather turned cold, I had to go over there, make sure there was batteries in the thermostat, that the water was dripping, so pipes wouldn't freeze, and
Yeah.
like all the little
Shovel the
things.
snow.
Shovel the snow, make sure it's
Mm-hmm.
safe. Yeah, you're more than just listing a house. Like
Oh,
there's
yeah.
so much involved behind the scenes
Yep.
that a lot of people don't realize. And and I guess the reason I'm saying that is because I get so frustrated when people try to ask for a discount,
Or
and it's
diminish
like,
your work. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah. And it's like, wait a second, you don't even really know,
Yeah.
that's like, are you going to go to work and tell your boss or, yeah, go to work and let your boss give you $3 less an hour because he thinks your job's easy?
Yeah. No.
No.
No. And I had
So
a house like that too. It wasn't near that bad because after looking at these pictures, yikes, of an elder lady. And sometimes when you sell old people's who are older homes, they've collected like everything throughout their whole life.
they don't get
And
rid
this
of
happened.
things.
They don't. And this happened to me twice. One of the elder people had passed away, and the family lived out of state and hired us as the real estate agent. So again, we had to coordinate everything. We actually, before photos, went to the house, spent 4 hours hiding all of the clutter underneath beds, in closets, in drawers, because I'm telling you, there was not 1 inch of counter space that you could see. And it wasn't like gross or dirty, but it was like chickens and ducks and 20,000
Oh,
salt shakers and 500
yeah.
pictures on the wall. And it's like you can't take pictures of this and expect somebody to visualize themselves living there. So their family's out of town. What can they do? I had photos
Right.
set up. We had to get that stuff done, and it was tough. So,
Was she okay with
uh,
you moving things? Because some sellers don't even like it when you're shifting things around. They get all anxious and stuff. But
they
was
do,
she
but
okay?
she was because she had passed away. So,
Oh, geez, I missed that part. I'm sorry.
so she was totally fine. I mean, I haven't been haunted yet, to
She's
knock
coming
her
after
door.
you. She's coming after you.
Um,
Don't you worry.
she's
That's
pissed.
funny. So
But
I
yeah,
missed
her
that
family
part.
lived in a different state. Like the kids lived in a different state. And so I basically told them like, hey, I'm going to gently put stuff away and hide it for photos. And they were okay with that. But then they wanted to come through and go through some things, which they had come down and picked out some of the things they wanted. And then they were only down for a couple days. So the rest of the stuff, they're like, can you coordinate junk
Getting rid
removal?
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so we had to do that too, and so that was a tough transaction just because oh, there was
It's
so much stuff
well,
in
there's
there.
so much that's involved. And a lot of times when you're dealing with estate issues like that, not only are you dealing with the house clean out because a lot of times the families live far away,
Yep.
you're dealing with things on an emotional level too because
Oh
you're
yeah.
trying to be sensitive to them losing a loved one
Mm-hmm.
while still trying to stay professional and kind of set the ground rules as this has to happen. The house isn't going to sell in a
Yeah.
nice way, saying with her shit all over the place. We need to get rid of
Right.
it. Like we need to.
Right.
So it's very tough dealing with estates and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yep.
So I don't know.
So,
Ugh.
yeah. Well, I have some events that I want to share. Events here in Florida and also in New York. So I'm going to start with this one. This is happening in March, guys. March is packed with fun stuff here in Florida. So we have the Space Coast Air Show on March 15th and 16th in Melbourne, in Orlando. It's at the Orlando Airport. It's adrenaline packed weekend with the U.S. Thunderbirds performing jaw dropping stunts. Holy freaking cow. Have you ever been to one of these air shows, Sarah?
No, are they cool?
I have been to one, and then like the planes come down and they just like swoop. It's
And you
pretty
see them from
intense. They're
far
cool.
away, like, or do you have to be? I mean, you would think being high in the air, you could probably see them from a distance, right? Or no?
Yeah, you can
Okay.
see them, and you can hear them pretty far away too, which is interesting. But yeah, it's a real popular event down here, and they do a really good job executing it. Another event that we have, let's see, this one is the Melbourne Art Festival happening on March 23rd and 24th. It's free. We love free, and Shasta loves art, so I love doing these ones. It's family
Yes.
friendly and full of amazing art, live music, and local food vendors.
Why?
Fun. All right, I'm going to share this event. This is an Oswego, New York event.
Ooh, I want to talk about it. Oh my
I
gosh,
know.
that's the St. Patrick's Day parade.
Happening, do you know the
So
date?
March 7th?
March 9th.
March 9th. Okay. So our office, Century 21 Galloway Realty, is making a float for it. We had to take the last 2 years off due to certain reasons, but before that, we had a running streak of 3 years in a row winning first place for the float.
Wow.
So we are super excited. Let me pull up real quick and just show you.
Now I know it's
Um,
happening in March. Is there going to be snow on the ground?
Sometimes there is, sometimes there's not. The last year we were not in it, but last year it was a very stormy or snowy parade.
Okay.
Um, 2 years ago it was a beautiful parade. It was awesome. So I'm gonna show you. Um, I don't know.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. I think I saw that picture.
Yeah, so that was
That's
our
you guys.
float one year.
Oh, that is so cute. I like that little leprechaun.
I know, and that was the back of it. So we're coming up with a
Oh,
theme
I
right
love.
now. I think we're gonna do black, gold, and green for
Okay.
our theme, but we're not sure yet. The whole office has to decide. But it's really fun. Like it's awesome free community event, and like we get, the police get a float, the sheriff's
Yeah.
department gets a float, the bars. This is this is for the tiki boat rides in the summer. They're
Okay.
advertising. So in the summertime, which if you don't book it early, it books out. They have certain dates that you can book I think it's like a 30-minute boat ride or an hour boat ride. They take you around the lake.
Oh,
There's a
cool.
there's a bar in the middle of that float, like or in the
That's
middle of the
this.
boat.
That's the picture what you're talking about, right?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
the T. It
So
looks like there's like a priest guy or something on the
yeah,
front.
I'm not really sure why he's on that. but
It's to raise eyebrows, that's for sure.
yeah, yeah, no kidding. But that's a lot of fun.
That one's
that's a
fun.
good event.
All right, I have another event. Let's see if you know what this one is.
That is an up north
It must
snowmobile
be.
thing.
Yeah, so
Yeah, definitely.
snowmobiling, it's the called the Great Eastern Whiteout, happens on March 15th and 16th. It's one of the biggest vintage snowmobile shows with races, food, and live music.
Does
So
it
that
say
looks
where
like
it's at?
fun.
Is that in
On
Pulaski or Sandy Creek? Or
snowmobiling, the Great Eastern, no, it doesn't say where it's at. Hold on, let me see. Nope. But I'm sure they can look it up. It's called the Great Eastern Whiteout. That is really cool. Have you ever been to that one?
no. That does look cool though.
The
I've
snow
never
looks
been.
freezing.
Yeah, it's cold if you don't have the right gear, but that's what like I'm trying to teach my kids. Like if you have the right gear, the snow can be so much fun.
You used to go
Do a lot of
snowboarding,
things.
right?
Yep, I still do. I
Oh,
still
you
do.
do. You still have a
Yep,
snowboard and everything?
I actually got a new one for Christmas this year, so I'm super excited.
Where do you
Um,
go? Or do you drive down?
so our ski resorts, our snowboarding resorts, they're about 45 minutes away. There's Labrador, there's Greek Peak, there's quite a few of them that are all within 45 to 55 minutes apart. But like to
Really?
practice, yeah, to practice your riding, we go to just the country club, which is right down the street from me. They have nice hills that you can practice, like your turns, your
Okay.
stops, that type of thing. So Lincoln and Riker both got snowboards for Christmas this year, and so
So
we've been
cool.
going down there, teaching them how to, turn and stop and
Yeah.
stuff. So
That
it's
is so cool.
fun.
So I actually went skiing, not snowboarding, just a couple,
When you
I
were
think it was
in Utah?
Thanksgiving. Yeah, in Utah. Um, I thought I broke my back because I shouldn't say I went skiing. I pretty much just rolled down the mountain everywhere I went.
I've never been skiing. I'd probably
Just
do the
remember
same.
pizza. If you've never been skiing, just think pizza. You got to put your feet out like this so that you go slower. Because
Ah,
otherwise, if you don't, you're like shooting down that mountain and it is so scary.
and people that aren't familiar with the Utah mountains, the Bunny Hill is like this.
Yeah,
Like
the bunny hill is some serious shit.
the
And
Bunny
that's
Hill
all
is
I
like
rode
most
was the bunny
people's
hill.
black diamonds, like the
Yeah.
black diamond here in upstate New York is probably similar to the Bunny Hill in Utah. Like it's just there you can't even compare the Utah mountains. Like it's
Well, I guess I
insane.
should have started skiing with you or snowboarding with you to get some
You
practice
come
before I
visit
went to
me.
Utah. Taylor loved it, Sarah. He
Mm.
freaking loved it. So I'm going to send him down to New York to do some skiing with you or snowboarding. He would love
Yes.
that.
Oh, I would love that too. That would
Oh,
be so much fun.
okay. I'm going to share this next screen, which is 8, 9. I'm missing the pickleball one. Oh, well, I'll just tell you about it. It's a great Eastern. Okay. Um, so we're going to talk about pickleball. Have you heard about pickleball?
Yes, and my older kids are like addicted to it, and I guess they're really good. But I don't think you're gonna catch me ever in a pickleball court.
What?
Don't tell me you're playing pickleball with the
No, I'm
senior
not playing
citizens.
pickleball. I mean, I've thought about it, okay? But it is the new freaking rage. Did you know it is now going global with a world tour and $15 million in prize money?
Oh my God.
So
Don, we have
maybe
a
you should
pickleball
take
court right
one.
down the street from my house. Like literally 2 minutes from my house is a pickleball court. And from spring to fall, if you go between, I think it's like 9 and 11 in the morning, it is packed. And you have everyone in the neighborhood does these tournaments. I'm like,
Okay.
okay.
You know,
Hmm.
it might, you know how they tell you when you're like a real estate agent, like to take up golfing or to take up something so that you can meet new people and like grow your sphere? I think me and you should take up pickleball. I'm just saying.
We'll practice together. I mean, the paddles are like this big.
Really?
It's
Can't
like,
miss the ball, right? Like if the paddles
I
are that
don't
big, you're gonna be
know. Like,
good.
it's like ping pong ball and tennis, like made out and had babies.
That's a good way of saying it. And I'm telling you, Florida is obsessed with it. Every community here seems like they have a pickleball court. The retirees here freaking love it. It's honestly like the new golf. It really
Okay, so
is.
set us up something to play when I'm there.
Okay. I will.
So,
I
because I'm
didn't
going to
think
be
we'll be any
there.
good at it.
Oh my God, no. I'm going to be there
No.
the day before
Okay.
um, Zach lands and the day after. So, that would be
That'll be
fun.
perfect.
Yeah,
That will be
we'll figure
perfect.
something out to do.
Good. Yeah,
Let's
we've
play
got to
pick, and
figure
we
it.
can record it. We can make a TikTok.
So tell everybody what you're coming down here for.
So it is my boy's 21st birthday, my second oldest 21st birthday. Um, so we are going to take him to Epcot and do the drink around the world.
Yeah,
I
that's
personally
an
have never
awesome
done it.
mom. That's an awesome mom and an
I
auntie because I'm coming with you.
Yes, I know. Oh, I know. We're gonna have so much fun. I've never done it. I've never even been to Epcot as many times as I've been to Florida or even Disney or
Wow.
Universal. I've never been to Epcot. So yeah, I'm super
Well, this
excited
is
about it.
exciting. I get to do a first with you.
I know.
You're going to have so much fun. All I can say is just make sure you don't eat anything before we get there. You may want to not eat the day before because that's all you do in Epcot is eat and drink. Like every country, you're like, ooh, I want to try this. I want to try that. I left feeling like the 500-pound sister. I mean, you could
Perfect.
have made an episode about
You'll
it.
be the 500-pound aunt. How much money do you think you should set aside to do a day at Epcot for recreate, like for fun,
Okay.
without like overexpending, but without
You're
being like
asking
super
your
tight?
bougie sister who
I
likes to
know.
spend frivolously. Like,
Yeah.
I
Well,
have no budget.
it's gonna be your money. So how much can we spend?
It's going to be your money.
Just teasing.
Well, in that case, I better get some more transactions going because we're going
Let's
to have a
go.
blast. I think I want to say I probably spent around, and was for 4 people because I had Terrence, I had Steven, Terrence, and Taylor, and me. And other than tickets, this is not counting tickets, I probably spent around $600 to $700 for the four
Okay.
of us.
Okay.
So
That's
what is
not
that like?
crazy.
Maybe 150 per person, 200 per person.
Yeah.
You
Okay.
get you once you hit that dollar amount, you're pretty full of drinks and food anyway. That you're not
Right.
really spending much by the end of the evening because you
Okay.
can't fit anything else in your stomach. You know.
Okay.
So
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's good. That's good to know. That'll be fun.
so
I'm
are we going
super
to be
excited.
carrying you home?
No.
Should I
No,
order?
I'm
Should I book some wheelchairs just in case?
one for Zach and Kate.
We should. We totally should. We could be pushing them around. Oh my
We're
god, that would
doing
be
it.
brilliant.
We are doing it. I'm gonna get him like
Okay.
a 21st. We'll get him like a 21st decoration
Oh,
shirt and
cute.
sash and whatever, and then we can get her something that's like
We should get
um
little burp bibs and vomit
bottles.
bags.
Oh, fun. Oh my God. I'm writing this down because this is gonna be perfect. Oh my God.
Little
Okay.
burpee bibs because they're gonna be so drunk. 21st birthday, you know you've all been there, you know you've done it. They're gonna be drunk, their food's gonna fall down their face. They're gonna have a good time. They're gonna have a blast. And
Yes.
they may need those little barf bags by the end of the night. And water. We need to get H2O. And
Oh
the
yeah. Can
next
we
day
bring in
we
our
need
own water, or do you have to buy it
well, we'll
there?
pack it in the car, but I'm sure we
Okay.
could bring some water in. But the next
Okay.
day we should go do IV therapy.
Yes. Let's set it up.
Yeah, so that way we're all rehydrated, we're all vitamin
The next
afterwards,
day's
and
Valentine's Day.
mm,
So I'm assuming, knowing my son, he's probably gonna take her somewhere special, just them,
yeah, yep.
where they can walk because they're not driving our cars.
Right,
I'll have to
walk.
do. But yeah, so if we got up and did like a IV date first thing in the morning, that'd be super sweet.
Yeah, that would work really well for to recover after that day at Epcot. I bought IV therapy drinks for Steven and Terrence after that, but they slept the whole next day. They drank
Oh,
those
geez.
drinks and they just slept. They were like probably didn't get up till 5 p.m. and then they were like, "We're ready to go again at 5 p.m." I'm like, "Guys, no, I'm done."
I'm
Like
tired.
I babysit it all day long. I am done. You guys go out and do your own thing then. But it
Oh
was
my God, I
fun.
love it.
We did it for Steven's 50th birthday, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's awesome. Yeah, no,
So,
I'm super excited. Zach doesn't
yep.
really know what we're doing yet.
Okay,
He
so
just
he'll be
knows I just sent him
surprised.
his I sent him his itinerary and he's like, "Oh my God, thanks, Mom." But he doesn't know
Mm,
what we're doing, so
you're
it'll
an
be fun.
awesome mom. That's gonna be so fun.
Yeah, I'm
Your kids
excited.
better know how freaking lucky they are. I'm just saying that. They better
They
know.
don't, and yours won't know either until they're have kids of their own, and then they'll finally
It's
be like,
true.
oh,
When they're
you know,
30. When they're
the
30.
most unappreciated job in the world is being a
Yeah,
parent, but
it is.
um, hopefully it does full circle before you're gone, and they
Yeah.
actually are like, thanks, Mom.
Yeah. It's bittersweet. I saw this one saying that said, um, the one person you can't live without, you're teaching them how to live without you.
I that hits deep.
Yeah. It's
That
that's
hits really deep.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
it's like it's so true. I know it's like you love them, you're teaching them to live without you so that they
be
can grow and
independent.
prosper and be independent and have an amazing adulthood. But like it's like, man, you can't live without them because
And then as soon
because
as
they're
they
your
go,
whole
you're
world.
like, get back here. I know
Back.
your baby girl is going away to college
I
in the
know.
fall. That's
Yeah, and I'm
crazy.
not as stressed because she already did the New York thing,
Mm-hmm.
and that kind of helped pave the way for her college and her dorm and all that stuff. The only thing that's going to be different this time is that she's going to be closer, so it's not as stressful for me now because I mean before she was in New York. And the other thing is I'm going to have to take care of her cat, her animals. And she doesn't want anyone touching her room, so
Oh
okay.
geez. Yeah. You're like, okay, well, I
I'll
know.
maintain your room, your animals while you're away. I got you, girl.
Oh my gosh, I know.
I
That's
love them.
how Sid is. She doesn't want to be here, but at the same time, she doesn't want me to touch any of her stuff. And I'm like,
Yep.
well, you want
Yeah.
me to just like preserve your room for
Yeah.
what?
They've got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. Like it's one
Yep.
foot into their childhood still and 1 foot into their adulthood. And it's, they don't want to give it quite up yet because it's so
Right.
scary. But it's like a security blanket if you think about it.
For
Right?
real.
Anytime
Yeah.
something goes wrong or they're too stressed, then they come home to mama and they've got their room,
Yep.
they've got their stuff, they've got that comfort that they need.
Yeah, it's normal for them. Like it's safe,
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yep.
that's crazy.
Oh my goodness. All right. So, well, I guess we're going to wrap this up because whether you're smashing pickleball balls in the sun indoors or you're in a snowstorm doing pickleball,
Like, right.
we're going to get everybody here doing pickleball. Um you're never too old or young to start something new. So, if you're thinking about it, you should try it cuz me and Sarah we'll have to do a video and show everybody
Yes,
about
we
the
will
pickleball stuff.
definitely.
But I'm so excited to see you guys here in February, Zach and you, and we're gonna have so much fun.
No, I can't wait.
But I think that's it. We did a great job. We did a great episode. We went through all of our stuff today. We did a freaking
That was
awesome.
awesome. Yeah, that was only what, 45 minutes
Yeah, we killed it.
or 40 minutes? Yeah,
So,
perfect.
so whether you're a client looking in New York or in Florida, and you're needing a real estate agent who is real and knows what's going on in their city, you've got
Yep.
Sarah in Oswego, New York. Sarah, throw out your phone number.
801-319-0379. You can check me out at sarahhofer.com or you can email me at sarah.hofer@c21galloway.com.
So the first thing that's going to pop into people's heads when they hear that your phone number is 801 is because Sarah and I are originally from Utah. And
Yep.
we've never changed our numbers, but luckily I picked up a business line. So if you're looking to buy here in Brevard County, Florida, the Space Coast, beautiful Space Coast of Brevard County, Florida, you can reach out to me. I'm Dawn Garrison with Dale Sorensen Real Estate, and my phone number is 321-341-2160. Or you can check me out on my website at moveatdawn.com. That is moveatdawn.com. All right, from Sarah all the way to New York and Florida. We will see you guys all later. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for joining. Oh, shout out our Spotify.
Oh, check us out on Spotify, Real Estate Moms Unscripted. We are going
Yes.
to try and get on a better schedule here because it really is unscripted. We've done it when we've had time because we're busy real estate agents and moms. But our focus is to get one out every single month, and then we'll have some short clips playing on our YouTubes, on our Facebooks, Instagram, TikTok. What other social medias do you use, Sarah?
I think those are it.
Okay,
I think
cool.
you
So
got
you can
them.
check
Yep.
us out on any of those. Just look us up by our name, and you can see our wild life and our wild journeys. So,
Yes. And our wild stories of real estate.
yep. All
So
right, bye, everybody. Have a good week.